Hello everyone. I know I hardly go into this channel that often. Wanted to say some things just far as just that I just can't hold back on. Before we do get started, I would like to say, before y'all think, oh, you know, he's this or he's that, on whatever political spectrum y'all want to try to place people on, I am middle of the road. There's some things I'm conservative about. There's some things I'm liberal about. I'm not with the whole far right, the whole far left bull crap that happens with people. The whole alt right and alt left, whatever. I'm not part of the whole bull crap that people like to throw in. I'm just here for what's right and the facts and what makes sense. Which is a lot of things in this country that just doesn't make sense at the moment. I don't like the Republican Party. I don't like the Democratic Party. I think the Democratic Party as a whole sucks. I think the Republican Party as a whole sucks. There are politicians on each side that do well, but it's not as many as you would wish in our government. I hate the two-party system. I think it's stupid. I think it's just a gang mentality thing. Because the only people who are suffering from this gang mentality is the people, the actual people who are not in government. Now, before we get started with the main discussion, I would like to show this video that I thought was pretty interesting, that I thought was pretty wild, but then on a side note, it is kind of nice to see people from another party try to console the other party. So basically there's this Republican from Georgia was fired.
Lost his job after voting against the contentious package of tort reform bills.
Well, what happened next was an emotional moment on the House floor. Democrats rallying behind their Republican counterpart. Atlanta News First investigative reporter Anastasia Olmos spoke to Representative Smith about the vote that he says cost him his livelihood.
You won't believe the calls and the texts I've had. Wow, it's amazing. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Georgia Representative Vance Smith choked up as he addressed the House chamber Tuesday morning.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord.
Just days prior, the Harris County Chamber of Commerce board chair Teresa Garcia Robertson fired the Republican representative from his day job as the CEO.
Because he voted a certain way that the other party, other people in the party didn't like. So the company that he was working for let him go because they were, part of the Republican side of picks. And the people who did try to console the man after him losing his job were Democrats, which, they most likely only consoled him because he voted for, their side of what they were trying to vote for. But it's still just nice to see people consoling others from different parties and not making it a whole, it's definitely understandable why it would be upsetting for someone to lose their job because of what they thought was right. Yeah, I thought that was just an interesting thing that goes into the whole party system stick that makes no sense to me. But for the main topic, we're here to talk about the U.S. wanting to invade and take over Greenland.
The president has previously not ruled out military force when he's talking about taking over Greenland, but your rhetoric today is more about encouraging the Greenlandic people to vote for independence. Do you think the rhetoric has changed about that, or what's your message there?
No, I don't think it's changed at all. Look, the president said clearly he doesn't think that military force is going to be necessary, but he absolutely believes that Greenland is an important part of the security, not just of the United States, but of the world, and of course the people of Greenland too. It's very simple. I think the president's been very consistent here from his State of the Union, from his inaugural address, and every public statement that he's made. This territory, Greenland, really matters for the security of the United States. It's extremely vulnerable right now. And if the people of Greenland were willing to partner with the United States, and I think that they ultimately will partner with the United States, we could make them much more secure. We could do a lot more protection, and I think they'd fare a lot better economically as well. This has to happen. And the reason it has to happen, I hate to say it, is because our friends in Denmark have not done their job in keeping this area safe. They just haven't done it. It's very simple. For all of our friends in the American media who attack the administration for pointing out the obvious, what is the alternative? To give up the North Atlantic? To give up the Arctic? To China, to Russia, and to other regimes that don't have the best interest of the American people at heart? We have no other option. We need to take a significant position in Greenland to keep the people here safe, but to keep our own country safe too.
Makes no sense to me, and I don't know why anyone else would think this is a great idea, or they think that this is a positive for the U.S., or that this is a positive for our president to be talking about. We have always been against countries trying to take over other countries, other established countries. I don't know why we'd be doing the same thing that we supposed to be against. The fact that we were on Ukraine's side when they're being invaded and stuff and attacked by Russia, and yet we have president and a vice president stating that they will be ready with military to take over Greenland if they have to. And that makes no amount of sense to me whatsoever. And they never explained it. They never explained what is so damn important about Greenland. They were saying security is for security purposes. For security purposes. What security purposes? Security for the U.S.? What are you talking about? How's taking over Greenland, a country that doesn't want the U.S. to take them over? How is it best for security in the U.S.? Make that make sense to me. Someone explain that to me. What about Greenland is protecting as far as security in the U.S.? And then they go, oh, it's to protect them, it's to secure them because Denmark isn't doing a good job. What the fuck? What is Denmark doing and what is Denmark not doing? Who is invading? Who is doing what to them? What are they fighting against? What is the issue? What is the issue? I looked through the internet to see if I can find anything. The only thing I found on Russia is that they didn't like the fact the U.S. is wanting to take Greenland. That's the only thing I can see. Y'all over here saying that over to protect them from Russia and China. It doesn't seem like that they're doing it. What in the Arctic are y'all looking for? What in the Arctic do y'all have? Do Greenland have that y'all want really, really bad? What is it that is happening over there that y'all want to protect yourselves and your family? Because that's what I think. I think it's something there that y'all want to protect the high-powered people. It's just make sure that they're secured. It makes no sense to me why you would want to invade a country that doesn't want you there. You're talking about, if we have to do military force, we could. If anybody in our military goes over there and starts hurting and killing people because they don't want their country to be taken over, I will be definitely done. I'm definitely done. It makes no sense. It's like any other invasion that is horribly wrong. It would be like any invasion that is horribly wrong. Those are orders I would not want our military to follow. And I know they have to follow every order, but my gosh. To hurt and probably eliminate people because of whatever bullcrap reason that they won't tell you. The whole security thing sounds like something from when a scammer tries to get you, one of these scammer calls and businesses and stuff. Oh, you need to change out your, because, security purposes, you need to change this. Oh, you need to do this because of security purposes. And then you want to turn all these countries into the 51st state. Or make Canada the 51st state. Why? They don't want to be the 51st state. None of these countries want to be part of the U.S. because the U.S. sucks when it comes to healthcare. U.S. sucks when it comes to the economy right now. Who will want? They will be devastated as soon as they learn how the American whole healthcare system works. They'll be petrified. They will be saddened. You'll ruin everyone's life. It makes no sense to me. We have already territories that we haven't even made into states. if you really just want another state, a 51st state. Puerto Rico should have been the 51st state. Don't know why Puerto Rico is not a state. Guam is not a state. It's a territory. The islands of Samoa is a territory. Why are we trying to get to other countries that are not looking for the U.S. to take them over? It makes no sense to me. But then it's like you say, well, we can protect them. We can protect Greenland because Denmark's not doing a good job. Well, our military is all over the place anyway. Our military is all over the world, helping in all sorts of ways. That's our part in NATO. Our part in NATO is basically our military force is our part in NATO. So we help all these countries with our military force. So why can't we just do the same with Greenland? If they really need protection, we would have military stations there anyway. Why do we need to take them over? Why do we need to invade their whole country just for security purposes? It baffles me. The bull crap that people are willing to follow on this, or to say, oh yeah, I agree with them, or yeah, no, it makes no sense. Cause I had friends and stuff stationed in so many different countries and stuff. Because that's what the U.S. does as far as our military. We have the strongest military. Why can't we protect them without there being violence against them? What is it? Why do we have to put violence against them to protect them? That makes no sense. And Vance is trying to walk around the whole thing of our military force, using our military force. You know, they will decide. They will go ahead. So you're trying to force them. You're trying to force them to let us have their country. You're strong-arming them in some way. Like, it makes no sense. My goodness. I was like, I'm looking at the news for this, and I was like, this can't be something that people are for. This can't be something that people agree with. Whether you Republican or Democratic, if you conservative or liberal, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. This is a humanitarian thing. It makes no sense to invade a country, invade people that don't want to be invaded. That's just my 2 cents. When it comes to that, I have to get that off my chest. I hardly get onto this channel and talk about anything like this, but yeah, I just had to, because this bothered me a lot. It bothered me a lot. But thank y'all for listening to me.